Hello everyone, so in this video I'll be talking about HTML test tags. Without wasting much time, let's go to our Sublime test and start a business of the day. So if you notice in the Sublime test we have two headings here. The first heading, who is God, and the second heading from the question that God is the creator of the heavens and the earth. So let's see how it looks like on a browser. So if you open a browser, you see the two statements right here. The first one in the form of the question, who is God, and you can see that it is quite bigger in size compared to the second one. So this is where HTML test tag comes in, and we'll be looking at that today. So let's go back to our Sublime test and clear off all of this work. So now in HTML we have basically two test tags, which is the heading tag and the paragraph tag. So the heading tag varies from 1 to 6, that is to say H1 to H6. H1 is bigger in size, H2 followed by H2 followed by H3 till you get to H6. Now the paragraph tag is denoted using a P, using P. So this is how it was. So now let's clear it and see exactly what I'm saying. So let's say for instance I want to start a heading. Now I'll use the H1 to start a heading, which is a bigger size, and just between the opening and the closing tag, we talk about opening and closing tag in a previous class. So in case you forgot, you don't know it or you forget it, go back to the first video. So now between the opening and the closing tag, where you can see the cursor there, you type in the content of what you want to write. So now we want to write who is God, coming as a form of question. Question 1, who is God? So now you write it there, and we'll go to the second line and come up with H2 and type in the content in between the opening and the closing tag. So now now let's see in the browser and see how it looks like. So if you open it, you notice, okay, let's refresh it. So when you refresh it, it changed to the previous work we've done, and you see the first one is bigger than the second one. That's because the first one is H1 and the second one is H2, which is heading 1 and heading 2. So now we're just going to clear this and put a content from H1 to H6 and see how it looks like in a browser. So now I'm having different question using H1 to H6 to debit them. So now let's see how it works on the browser when you refresh it. So you see how it works. You see H1 is bigger than H2, H2 is bigger than H3, H3 is bigger than H4, and just like that. So you can see, so just like that, H1 in form of the question, who is God? H2, why did God create a wicked world if he is love? H3 does. So that's just like that. So now when you look at this headings, you see that some are bigger than others. So that's because of the test tag, the H test tag we use. Now when you talk about paragraph is denoted by the P. So when you press a P, press the tab button on your keyboard and it's going to display. So just between the opening and the closing tag, you write your content there. So now we're just going to write something there and refresh our page and see how it was. God is the creator of the heavens and the earth. So you see how paragraph looks like. It is not bold, it is just like normal sentence. So that is how it looks like. So now what we do right here is to combine both the headings and the paragraph. So I have a pre-written codes before, so I just paste them. It's still the same thing. If you look at it, we still have our H1, H2, we still have H1 with a paragraph to answer the question, H2 with a paragraph to answer its question, H3 with its paragraph, just like that, H4, H5, H6. So it's still the same thing. You can still write all of them in the same way. Just press your H1 to H6, H1 or H2 or H3, and just click your tab button on your keyboard and into a display, so you write your content in between. So now let's see how it looks like on the browser. So when you open the browser, you see that we have the heading part of it bold, and we have the paragraph part of it light, and as it gets to H6, the heading looks smaller. So you see the first question in the bold, who is God? And a paragraph comes in that God is the creator of the heavens and the earth. And a second paragraph, a second heading comes again and asks, why did God create a wicked world if he is love? So there is a paragraph that answers that question. Another heading comes in and asks, does he care? Does he care for this world? And a paragraph comes that answer the question. So you see the heading comes and the paragraph come, and you can see the difference between a heading and a paragraph. And you notice as the heading starts from 1 and runs down to 6, it gets smaller in size. So H1 is bigger in size and H2 is smaller, and H6 is the smallest. So back to our Sublime test, you can go through it and review it all by yourself again. So in the next video, we're talking about HTML link and media tag, how you can add images, audio and video to your website. So remember, we are on TikTok, Gospel Coding, on YouTube, the Frank Solution, and also on Facebook, Cruise World. So see you in our next video.